So who are you with?
I'm with Brainstream Media. Actually, we're out of Olean, New York. We just started in January.
Brainstream Media?
Brainstream Media.
Okay.
Yeah, an alternative to the mainstream.
Got it.
And I was just wondering a little bit about your movement, who you are, and approximately how many people, you know, the basics.
Okay, Bob Schulz, and I'm the founder and chairman of We the People Foundation for Constitutional Education. We're a nationwide group. There are 80 to 90,000 people nationwide that are on our mailing list and that are supporters of ours. And we're helping people. Our mission is to help people to become better informed about what their rights are, better informed about what is really going on in government, and better informed about how to intelligently, rationally, professionally, nonviolently hold government accountable, confront government when they step outside the boundaries that the people have drawn around their power. Whether it's the War Powers Clause, the Money Clause, the Tax Clause, the Privacy Clauses, the Property Clauses, whatever. So that's our mission, and we find, of course, that America has gone far afield from the Constitution. And we had last November citizen delegates from across America, all states, gather, people with a passion for the Constitution. We gathered in St. Charles, Illinois, for 11 days and 10 short nights, and we discussed 14 violations of the Constitution. And came up with a course of action for the free people of America to take to bring the government back under the control of the Constitution. And all of their work came together in a document called, titled Articles of Freedom, the Works of the Continental Congress, 2009. And that's available on the website at articlesoffreedom.us.
Okay.
And today is an exciting day because those Articles of Freedom, they include not only a factual account of these violations of the Constitution, but also remedial instructions. Instructions to both the federal government and to the state legislatures and state governments to put an end. Each of these instructions is designed to put an end to these violations of the Constitution. And today, those Articles of Freedom are being served on federal and state officials in every state capital in America. It's an exciting day for us. And now, of course, we'll be monitoring to see if the government and the state legislatures are in fact moving in the direction of complying with the instructions that are contained in the Articles of Freedom.
Now, with the Articles of Freedom, how quickly do you expect to see results based on the grievances and the remediation that you've laid forth?
Well, you would hope and expect that that they would be, that the elected officials would begin to move in the direction of complying with those instructions, but that's not always the way it works.
Right, right.
I'm a strong supporter and believer in Gandhi and Martin Luther King, and they said that when the people are up against unjust and uncivil government and laws and are entitled to reform or change, they'll get it only if they follow a three-part formula. They said first the people have to be proactive, and people are becoming proactive across America these days, which is great, but also they have to be nonviolent, and of course we believe in that. But third, you need a mass movement, a critical mass of people who are willing to put a collective foot down, to stand together, to ensure compliance with the Constitution. And what's critical mass, I don't know, but probably 3 to 5%. I mean, throughout history, 5% of a population clearly sways, society. And if we could get 3 to 5% of the people taking the pledge that is included in the Articles of Freedom, pledging that their pledge signifies that they believe the government is operating unconstitutionally, and 2, that the articles should be served, and 3, that the government should comply with the instructions in the articles, and 4, that if they don't, then the people will engage in a series of civic actions. Hopefully it won't come to that, but sometimes, government doesn't like
being told
opposition from any quarter, right? And sometimes it takes the people, putting a collective foot down nonviolently, but standing together, and that's the key. Mass movement, critical mass, 3 to 5%. 3% of our population is 9 million people. You get 9 million people acting collectively, putting a collective foot down, that's going to make a difference.
Right. You spoke of 3 to 5%. It took only 4% of the original 13 colonies to join and win eventually the Revolutionary War. And today is April 19th. Was that kind of planned to actually have to present the legislature with the Articles of Freedom today on the celebration of the shots heard around the world?
Well, originally we were going to do it on April 13th, which was Jefferson's birthday.
Okay.
But we changed that to April 19th, Patriots Day.
Right.
It is the day that the shots were fired, but we're not encouraging that, of course.
No.
But it is the day that signifies people's determination to be free and to set that record. And they confronted the tyrants, who had marched from Boston, the 15 or 17 miles they were heading over to Concord back in 1775, and they were met at Lexington and then Concord. But it's going to take. I don't know. It's a great day in American history.
Right, and history will be made today. Thank you, Bob Schulz.
Thank you, sir.
And we're glad to be here as we're witnessing history taking place. Thank you very much.
God bless the work that you do. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.